Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. No, it's not clickbait, I got it wrong. I put a video out on the Peggy Pegs system a couple of weeks ago and a few people privately messaged me and said, Phil, I've got these pegs and you don't do it that way. And I thought, So I decided that I'd take the video down. The reason being is I don't want to mislead anybody or think that that's how you use them when you don't. So much so, I have redone the video. First of all, we're going to take a look at what you get inside this jumbo pack. So let's take a look at that bit first. So Peggy Pegs sent this for review. This is the jumbo set. Now there is a starter kit should you wish to try that one, or you can buy them in small amounts, so you could build up your own kit by just testing them out. But we're going to be looking at the jumbo set. Now this actually weighs a lot less than my lump hammer, never mind all my pegs as well. So I'm really interested to see what's inside here. So let's take a look now. So in the first packet you get 30 of these clips which fit around the Peggy Pegs themselves. I'll show you a little bit more about those later. And you get 4 of these as well, which are the larger ones. Now the other thing that you get is you get this hand grip, and also you get a socket which fits in here like so, should you wish to manually turn your pegs into the ground, or you can put this on your drill itself. So next out of the bag is some Peggy Pegs themselves, and what we have here, we have 20 of the 12 centimetre pegs, and we have 30 of the 20 centimetre pegs. Now these ones I think are really versatile. You can use them obviously to fit your canopy or awning, but you could also use these as well for holding down your awning carpet or whatever type of matting you're using, and I think they're a really good idea. So it gives you a versatile coverage with the pegs. So I've just come back to the bag itself because I didn't mention it earlier, and as I've been doing this video I've been quite impressed with the quality of this bag. It's hard wearing nylon with a good carrying handle, but as well as that we've also got what I like to think is like a secret compartment, which is here. And we're going to get out what's in here now and explain what those are. Now in the inside pocket we've got the following. We've got a 6mm masonry bit and an 8mm masonry bit. Now these are for piloting your holes to use on hard ground. We're going to be using these this weekend. Next to it we've also got these heavy duty pegs. Now I like these, they're really strong, solid. They're not going to bend, they really are rigid. And these are 31 centimetres in length. Next to that we have the Peggy Peg crocodile clips, which are very versatile. There's many uses for these, from pegging down your actual carpet or tarpaulin on the ground to other uses which we'll just show in this pop-up now. So that is what is inside the Peggy Peg bag on the jumbo set. So that was the Peggy Peg jumbo bag. You can also purchase some extra heavy duty ones which are made of alloy, like this one here. I was only sent one of these, why I don't know. I thought 4 would have been better to demonstrate, but what you do with these, you do have to hammer these in. So to me it does defeat the fact of getting rid of your lump hammer. However, I would imagine on certain grounds you can still screw them in, and you can attach all the clips that were in the beginning of the unbagging. So yeah, quite impressed with them. They do a longer version as well. So that is what we got from Peggy Pegs. Now this next bit of footage we shot on our second trip out, and I'm going to show you how to use the Peggy Peg system correctly. And for those who mentioned in the comments that they were unsure about this product, I might be able to change your mind. So let's take a look at that now. So before we get on with the demonstration, I just wanted to mention a couple of things that I did miss out last time actually, and that's what makes these unique. This screw thread here, it cuts into the ground, but at the same time it also compresses and compacts the soil as it's driving in, so it makes it a lot more rigid when it's set up. Now when you're using the peg system itself, this is where I got it wrong. What you need to do is, depending on how far the peg's been driven into the ground, you need to actually set it at the lowest point possible. It'll all become more apparent in a minute when I show you on this little demo. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is work out where we want our peg to go, and I'd like it to go about there. So I'm going to drill a hole now. Now that went in quite easy, so I may be able to do this by manual rather than using the drill. So we'll get the peg, and we're going to raise the clip up to the highest level so it doesn't get in the way when you're just screwing it in. And we're going to screw it manually. I can feel this biting in already. In fact, there we go. It won't go in anymore. Now, where I got it wrong was I lifted the clip too high. You need the clip to be at the lowest point as possible. But what I discovered when I did the rest of these, which I did yesterday, is actually if you unscrape some of the loose soil from it, you can clip it right down at the bottom like so. You take your rung of your ladder and clip it in like so, and that is solid. It's not going anywhere. And as you can see, I've gone as low as I possibly can with the clip. Try and pull that out and you can't, but we've just done it with the manual spanner, if you will, rather than with the drill section. Now, on a couple of the others that I've already done, which I'll show you in a moment, I did have to use my drill, to be fair. But on this occasion, we've just used that. Now, somebody did ask in the comments, can you use your drill winder? And the answer is, not really, because it's a couple of mils short. It looks like it fits on, but if you can see, it's a bit loose. So really, the answer is, if you look there, the answer is no, you can't. So that's how you fit your Peggy Pegs with the ladder straps. Now, I have actually done the same with some guy ropes, so I'm going to show you one with a guy rope now. So with the guy rope, what I like to do is actually fit it around the clip first of all. Now, I can pull this taut and I can set it where I want. Now, as we're on grass, I'm just going to use the drill. Now again, we've gone to the lowest setting it'll give us, and look at that, it's solid. It's going nowhere, that. The key is to lower the clip as lower to the ground as possible. Now the final thing I wanted to show you is this. As you can see, our carpet doesn't actually go round, so it's a bit of a nuisance this. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck it like so. We're going to take the crocodile clip, just undo it a little bit so it opens up a bit more for us, and we're going to take that and then wind that back as tight as we can. Like so. And as you can see there now, we've got a nice clip and it holds in really taut. So what we can do now is take our drill, now it's a little bit harder here, but we've got a hole there. What we're going to do now is screw it in. So we find our hole, now it's not going to hold all the way in, this one, because unfortunately I'm in some really hard ground here, but you get the gist. It locks in as tight as possible there, and then you've got your carpet all nice and neat, and you're not going to trip over it, and it's not going to get soggy neither. Now, in the case of hard ground like this, I probably recommend using the alloy version of the peg. That would probably hold it a lot better. But still, it's a carpet and it's inside, and I think that that is sufficient. But, like I say, if you really want to, do belts and braces, as I say, you can use the alloy. Well, folks, that was the Peggy Peg system. We took it away for a second time and I used it then, and we were on quite a high plateau overlooking Stratford upon Avon, and it was really windy, and these held the ground. The compression system that they have designed for these really does work. It locks the pegs into the ground, and we had none lost, and we didn't lose our canopy, and we were thrilled to bits. Now, with these, I like the fact that you can buy just a few if you want to. Check them out, and if you can get on with them as much as I can get on with them, then you'll be a convert just like me. Now, also, they do other accessories, which we've mentioned in the video, that you can have a look at as well, especially if you've got a Fiamma roll-out canopy. They've got some brilliant locking pads that you can secure to the ground, stop that blowing away as well. Now, if you're interested in this and you want to be a convert like me, there's a link below to Peggy Pegs' website where you can check them out and let you decide, are these a really good idea? Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you'll join us again real soon, but in the meantime, bye for now.